You have no idea the amount of ignorant mess we're about to get into right now.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys. We're back. This is episode 140, The First Purge. Obviously, this is a review of the 2018... I hate that I have to keep saying that, but it's so necessary.
Dumb.
Yeah, a lot of people are stupid. Yeah, go rent it. This is the 2018 fourth Purge movie, I believe. In the franchise, this is the prequel where the Purge experiment is happening on Staten Island, New York. It is, we'll get into the reasons for that. But the Purge franchise has been around for a couple of years, growing in popularity. By the way, I did some research. This being the fourth movie, it only has a total budget for all four of these movies of $35 million.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty low. But they've made like $500 million, which is pretty impressive.
Blumhouse. I don't know if the first one was Blumhouse. Was it?
Yeah, all of them are.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
so
that's what they do. That motherfucker's making so much money. It's just ludicrous.
Yeah, Jason Blum. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So I mean, hey, more power to him. So this one, what's interesting, before we get into our thoughts on this is the Halloween episode. So we thought, people had suggested, you should do, because we haven't done a horror movie for Halloween at all in the past. But people were like, you should do Candyman or something like that. But we thought that the First Purge actually has some social aspects to it. So it would actually be able to have kind of a deeper conversation and, plus murder, like lots of murder. So if you are a fan of our other shows, like our premium show, No Time to Bleed, this will feel like that, like action movie kind of conversations, but also with some serious blackness thrown in. Okay, so this was directed by Jared McMurray, which is his first time directing a Purge movie, and it was written by James DeMonico, who has written and directed all of the other previous Purge movies. So that, I think, actually is a bigger deal than people probably thought at the time, considering how this one is done. I've seen two other Purge movies, and it feels very different than them, especially from the first one. So again, we'll get into all of that. But Terrence, you had seen this before, along with me. What did you think of this?
I thought I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah,
maybe because of the ending, but no, you told me that it was good. You saw the screener for it when it came out, and then I had gone to seen it maybe like a week or so later, and I enjoyed it. It's acting is fine. The action sequences are surprisingly good.
Yeah,
considering it's a Purge
these are
movie.
Purge movies, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's very strange. It had a lot to say in the very beginning. I believe there was a sequence. Was that Baltimore in the very beginning when they would bash?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so this is where the movie's going.
Right. That immediately,
Right.
Exactly. When I first saw it, I was like, wait,
wow.
this is real footage. Okay.
Yeah, this is real footage of wild shit going on. Again, the social message it's pretty poignant considering today's the times that we live in today. Unfortunately, I found it weird that they chose, out of all of the boroughs in New York, they chose Staten Island because
it's an island.
It's an island, but like when New York in general is like Long Island.
Yeah.
I know enough people on Long Island.
People don't know what Long Island is. Like Staten Island is the perfect, Batman Arkham Knight style enclosed open world game island.
Yeah, Wu-Tang is there.
Right. And there's a lot more white people in Staten Island than this. But then again, there are sections. But regardless, no, I really like the movie. Action sequences are good. Acting is fine. The message hits you on the head. It's blunt, but it's not. It doesn't punch you in the face.
Right.
It's not to me. It's certain sequence, certain
literally.
Yeah, certain scenes. I'm like, all right, nigga, this is not like you're not Barack Obama. Calm down. I'd probably give it like a 3.5, 4 out of 5.
Okay. All right. Micah,
you didn't agree.
You think this franchise is ludicrous from the jump.
I think I'm going to be on an island again.
Micah hates black people.
This movie is fine. It's fine. This movie, along with the entire franchise, is incredibly overhyped to me.
Yep. Really?
I think this franchise is fine. But I love this trash franchise. Though. I do.
The way people speak of this franchise, they speak of it as if, this is some poet laureate.
Do they?
Yeah, I've seen people who love this fucking franchise.
Yeah, okay, people need to calm down.
I ain't never seen that shit.
This was fun. It was fun. I think the more visceral aspects of it were very, very satisfying to me. When Elon Knoll turned into Jamal McClane, that shit was fucking great.
Yeah, no, I mean it's literally Black Die Hard in the last sequence. Absolutely,
it was great,
wife beater and all.
But I do have some problems with this movie, man. And
you should.
We get on movies like Lee Daniels and Spike Lee when he does it, when he hits like messages over the hit, like this is it, man.
Oh, there's no nuance.
There is no nuance. There's no art. There is no. A woman's pussy gets grabbed, and then she says, "Fuck you, motherfucking pussy grabber!" Like, okay,
that was one.
All right, they're like, oh, they sending these troops in like to fuck shit up. I'm like, oh, okay, that's like Blackwater, just like Blackwater did. Like, all right. I mean, I get it. You don't have to say it. Like, I get it, but but. A bunch of white supremacists go into a church and shoot it up. Okay, all right, I get it. Like just have these hood niggas.
Their names were Dylan Floor, not Ruth, because they don't want to be too honest.
Right, fucking Daniel Sealing. Oh, okay. Well,
what could he mean?
But and the white supremacists shooting up the church thing is where I'll get to. Where I am in my feelings with this film, right? I don't like this is an allegory. This is aping real life.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And I don't like the idea of aping these real life stories purely for entertainment.
That's interesting.
Because there will be a certain group of people who see this and they will see it as nothing more than entertainment. A B-level horror movie. Which it is.
Yeah.
But I don't like the idea of some of the things that go on in here. Like, this shit is too real. This shit is happening right now. And I get what the movie's trying to do. And if this movie, I guarantee you, if this movie came out before Donald Trump was president, one, I don't even know if this movie would have been made. This particular movie would have been made.
I don't think so at all.
And I find that very exploitative or whatever the word is. Like, don't exploit black horror and pain for your entertainment. And it's just a movie, right? Like, sure. I get it, but at the same time, there's part of me that's like, come on, man. But like, I'm a hypocrite, right? Because at the same time, when Jamal McClane is choking out one of the guards who literally has a blackface mask on, I'm like, yeah, do it. All right, I'm fine with that.
Right? It's a hard road to run, I think, right? Because you're right. It is exploitive in this era. But I think the movie has a powerful feel to it because of the era. Like, the Purge movies never, like, the ones that I've seen, which is the first one, which I didn't think was, I thought it was okay. It was fine. Like, it was like, all right. I was kind of more interested in, like, wow, they should really open this up to the world, because it would be made way more interesting than a house, right? Which they did. They were like, oh, okay, it turns out. And then watching the second one, and it has political messages in it, and it touches on what this one really gets into, right? But because the cast was all white predominantly in Purge Anarchy, it doesn't click as well. It's like they're trying to take down people of color and poor people, and I'm like, Yeah, and the hero is white, and most of the people that are the people that you are identifying with are white. So it's like you don't really connect with them. But as a black person, this cast being almost exclusively white, exclusively black, minus 2 Latino characters who are also victims in this, it's easier to connect with them.
Now let me ask you. I've only seen the first one. Just get the fuck out of my face. But the other two with the white cast members. Are they poor white cast members?
They're not rich. I would say, just like they just exist. I mean, Frank Grillo's character in Anarchy, just like
what does he do for a living?
Like he was former military. He lives in like a 1-room apartment. It's not like Ethan Hawke's character where they're like a rich white family, right?
Right.
Like that's not the thing at all.
The whole commentary about the purge is, the evil government is out to purge the poorer members of society.
Yeah, people of color.
Like I get that, right? But I don't know. It was a fun ride, but
I totally get your point, though.
Yeah, I there's a part of it that's just like fuck you. But
the director's black, by the way.
He is, and I'm glad that Michael Bay and company decided to get a black guy.
Planet Dunes
decided to get a black guy to do this, right?
You couldn't have had a white director do this.
No, you couldn't, and I think that's one of the reasons why the writer was like, maybe I shouldn't be directing this.
Yeah, and like, nah, nice try, America. That's how they get you.
My last thing about the whole this whole purge concept, right? The one thing that I just do not understand is that, all right, from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., all crime is legal, right?
Most crime is legal.
Most crime?
Yeah, most crime. Because you're not allowed to kill politicians.
Like, how convenient.
Yeah, well, of course. We're not making a system so you can murder us. Get the hell out of here. You can't murder politicians, and you can't use above a grade 4 weaponry. Like you basically couldn't use like massive explosive to blow up a building. Which, by the way, okay, says you. I'm gonna do it anyway. It's crime night,
and that's my problem.
I don't know why are we following any of the rules.
And that's my problem. At 8 a.m., are people just gonna stop?
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're not going to just stop.
Yes, they are.
They're not going to just stop.
I've seen 3 of these. Yes, they are.
What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
No, if you are just about to murder someone at 7:59 and 59 seconds, and it's like, you hear the you're like, I'll see you next year.
And that's how the first movie ends. That's how the first movie ends, right?
Well, I know.
Lena Headey is in the house, right? Her husband is Ethan Hawke, right? They're in the house. They just had this fucking weird, crazy night, right?
Yeah.
Their neighbors who don't like them try to kill them. Lena Headey stops them and says, no, we're going to have fucking lunch during the purge because we are above this, right? So they're sitting down at this table and the neighbor sitting there and she's like, she makes one last gasp because guess what? It's 7:59, so she's got 1 minute to try and kill Lena Headey. So she doesn't. Lena Headey knocks her bitch ass out and she says something to the effect of, I said we're going to sit here and be civil. And then they just sit there. And then the siren goes and then they are, all right, now you can go home. What the fuck? No, bitch. You just tried to kill me.
Yeah, I had to kill you now.
I'm going to kill you now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wait 365 days to try and do it again. You ain't making it out this goddamn house.
Right.
You want to kill me, Susan? You want to kill me? Is that how you really feel, Susan? These motherfuckers got to go to work the next day?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It doesn't make like...
But that's kind of the weird part is like people trying to murder you and then you just like, you show up to work like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Like, nah, you know how to purge me, dog. I'll see you next year, though.
And I get it, right? It's a movie, right?
Right,
it's
of course.
But, like, nobody has been able to explain that part to me. Like, if someone can explain that part to me, I'm all about the purge.
Yeah, you would think, like, you gotta have a couple bleed over minutes, right? Like, from between, like, 8 a.m. to, like, 8:14, people are still like, yo, I gotta get my murder on, my watch is 10 minutes fast. Like, sorry, you know what I mean? Like, you imagine that would be fucked up. But, yeah, turns out.
I mean, these niggas in their projects playing basketball at the end of the movie. Like,
Like, nah, yeah.
Nah, yo, I'm gonna be traumatized.
Yeah.
I don't care how much Kendrick Lamar you play. Like, yeah, we gonna be all right,
But maybe not.
but pass me the rock, yo. Like, nah, yo. Nah, I can't do it, yo. I can't do it.
Would you participate?
No, I would get the. I have no desire to murder people.
Disagree.
I
don't buy it.
I have no desire to murder people, and 100%. Oh, I wonder if the black guy on the group, the dark skinned black guy from New York,
What? I'm from Baltimore.
who hates oppressors and would get yeah. I can totally imagine.
I don't think I would.
Yeah, you would.
I don't.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
I don't think so.
I think you would. I think you would.
I would not. I don't think I could murder someone unless I was threatened.
I think I could murder someone,
I would have to be in danger.
but not just to do it. Like, oh, I'm so mad.
No.
I'm so mad at the world that I just want to.
Well, also the rule tells me that I can't kill certain people, and those are the people I want to kill.
Right.
I'm sorry, but if someone was like, "Well, there's a night where maybe you could get away with it," I'd be like, 1,600. No, okay. I can't
You
go
have to
there.
make it.
You got to make it there, and it's not gonna work out for you.
I'd like to think I wouldn't.
$5,000.
No.
And
That doesn't feel like enough
a lot of
money.
fucking
and that
money.
shit is insulting.
No, but, let's get into the movie because like now we're talking.
I mean, I get it, but
I would make the argument $5,000 probably get a lot of people there.
yeah,
I feel like less than that.
Yeah.
I feel like $1,000 to get you there.
certain people do it for free.
They do. They in jail right now. Yeah. Fuck. The purge is every day for them. Fuck it. So all right. So let's get into it. The film basically starts with this mental patient who goes by the name Skeletor, who is being interviewed by someone from the New Founding Fathers political party, and he's like, look, he's insane, and he's like, yeah, I want to purge, I want to kill people, and all this other stuff, and they're like, all right. Cool.
That's an interesting name. Like, white people couldn't even think of the goddamn name.
Yeah, see, cultural
wanna be-
appropriation.
Yeah, yo, they're appropriating our black crop.
they stole it from us. What did you I thought when I saw this in the screening, people were laughing at this scene because he was so over the top, the Skeletor character. What did you guys think?
When I first saw this, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Where we
I
going
was like,
with
yo, this nigga told me this shit was good. I'm like, yo, this is what, oh Lord, this nigga
Is this
was
what we're
just
doing?
over the fucking top. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be.
All right, let's just get
My
through
first
this.
thought was like, yo, God damn it, I just spent like $11 on this ticket. That was my first thought.
No, that's fair.
Like for real, it was just ridiculous.
Well, I thought that when I saw it in theaters, I was like, what is this? Like, yo, this is not how this movie is going to be. Like, I refuse. I truly refuse. So, yeah, so he's basically like, yeah, I want to kill people. And he's some sort of drug addict. Then we cut to this sort of understanding of who the New Founding Fathers are. They're a new political party. They've taken over since in this future America, they, like, the economy has collapsed. There is violence in the streets. And so this group of politicians get together, start this new party, take it over from the Democrats and Republicans. They're the new alternative. And one thing that they've decided to do is to try this purge idea, which is that for 12 hours, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., like Micah said, all crime, except for killing high-level politicians and using, high-grade explosives is legal. And it's just on Staten Island specifically, as a test to see if they would like to try this nationwide. Everybody who decides to purge or join the purge will be, if they stay on the island, they'll be given $5,000, and they will get more money if they decide to actually participate in the purge, aka hurting and killing people. And like Micah was saying, they're showing footage like legitimately from Ferguson and Baltimore and stuff like that to show like where the country has gone. Now, one of the things I noticed, to Micah's point about the exploitive nature of the film, one of the things I noticed was I couldn't help but feel a certain way about this in the era of Trump, because this doesn't, like, the Purge is a ridiculous idea. Like, it is, like, when I saw the first movie, I was like, yeah, that would never happen. Like, that's ludicrous. But now, like, it feels like maybe I could see Stephen Miller being like, yeah, no, we should try this. And Republicans like backing something like this. I truly believe that. Like, and I think that's where the movie has more heft to it, where it probably shouldn't, in a way.
Yeah, like I said, if this movie had come out during any other period, it would be ludicrous. But the sad fact is that, yeah, it's not like I could see someone pitching this seriously.
Yes, 100%. Because it is completely tied to the idea of exploiting, killing, and not having to deal with people of color and poor people specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the current administration, that's fucking right down the ballot for how they act. I wouldn't be surprised if someone watched this like, I watched this documentary this weekend. This shit is amazing. Have we thought about this? But also, like, thinking about the idea of watching, and I hate to bring him up on the podcast, but like the idea of watching like Kanye West interacting with the president recently and looking at some people's reaction to it, like, no, Kanye's spitting like real genius shit. Like, I could see people being like, no, this totally makes sense. Because it's such a ludicrous idea, people take like insanity as somehow like, well, I don't understand it, which means, it must be brilliant.
Just some next level shit. Like, no, dude, it's...
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I find the idea of the Purge experiment to be way more likely in the era of Trump. I truly do. Which is not to say, I think he's going to do it, but its level of ludicrous doesndo seem that far-fetched.
Nobody tell him what the Stanford prison experiment was, because he would do that shit.
Yes. What do you think? What do you think ICE is?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, for those who don't know what the Stanford Experiment is, it was basically they took students and they divided them between prisoners and, authority. And within minutes, like the kids who were set up to be the authority just started physically and emotionally abusing their fellow students.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take long. I mean, I guess you could just kind of say that's just prison, right? Like to a large extent, that's prison. But
it's also human nature.
Yeah.
And that's why we have laws to try and curtail some of the violent impulses that we all have.
Which is what the Purge is, right? Like,
right.
They're like, everybody wants to do this. And it's like, no, they don't. But then it's like, maybe they do. Maybe they do. I think people, given an opportunity to have you know what this is, the Purge? The Purge is 12 hours of what a libertarian society would be.
Yeah.
It is. You just do whatever you want, bro. It's awesome. And everyone will come together and help people. No, they won't. They'll murder each other for money.
But to counter that, a libertarian would say, well, everyone was fine, but the government introduced those PMCs, so it's still government's fault, bro. Don't tread on me.
Yeah, all right. Libertarianism is politics for fucking children. Yeah. And if you don't believe me or you think I'm wrong, feel free. I'll interview you on my political podcast and clean your ass up. Anyway, so they go to Staten Island. They get all these poor people to sign up for it. We meet Naya, who is played by Lex Scott Davis, and she is she lives on Staten Island, and she's trying to basically protest against this idea. Like, she's super against it for obvious reasons, because her brain works, and she's got a young brother named Isaiah, who signs up for the Purge later on, because he has decided, like, he's tired of seeing his life be complete shit because they don't have a lot of money. They live in the projects, and like they got leaks in the house and everything else. And he knows that if he signs up for this, he can get $5,000. Right. Then we meet Van Jones is in the movie, just randomly.
Yeah, Van Jones is in the movie.
I always think it's weird when they put real news people in movies to like give it credibility.
Yeah, especially working under fake news organizations.
Yeah, he works for CN3.
Have you all talked about
why is it CN2? Like,
have you all talked about your opinions of Van Jones?
Go ahead. I'll be glad to give mine.
I don't know what the fuck wrong with that nigga. That's my opinion. That's it. That's all I got to say.
That's all I got to say. Micah, your thoughts on Mr. Jones?
You know, I used to like Van Jones, but I don't know, man. Like every once in a while, he just more often than not, he's kind of turning into I don't know, yo.
He and Don Lemon have flipped.
Yes,
They fucking flipped
that's
sides.
it. That's
it's fucking weird.
They both touched a magical lamp at some point.
It's fucking Freaky Friday and shit.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck happened.
Freaky Black Friday. That's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It's strange. Like Don Lemon is like, fuck Donald Trump. And this nigga's like, yo.
Don Lemon was like, that nigga Kanye West put on a minstrel show.
Yeah, he said that shit. I was like,
It's like,
Don Lemon is out and
like-
proud. Fuck you.
but I think that's where Don Lemon
Yeah.
changed, by the way. The
Yeah,
second
man.
Don Lemon was like, I'm a gay black man, fucking deal with that shit. I think after that, he was like, let me just take off this bullshit and stop playing.
Let his hair grow out.
Yeah, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
like he's completely bald now. He shaved his head.
Yeah.
I was like, why'd you do that?
He's
That's
like,
weird. He's like, fuck it. I like my head shaved. Like, no, he's just like, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna fire me?
You're 100%
I've been,
right.
Like,
They
nigga, I'm
flip.
drunk on television
Yo.
every fucking New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And I still got a job.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think they did trade places. I think that's absolutely
It's
true.
very strange. But why? Like, that's my thing. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand why Van Jones. I understand why Don Lemon flipped because
Oh, he didn't flip. He flipped out. He flipped the fuck out. He was just like, I've had enough of this shit.
but I don't understand. Like Don Lemon's like, hey man, everybody, we gotta love each other, man. Love is the answer. Like that's the same shit that Kanye West is saying.
You mean Van Jones?
Yeah, and I just don't.
You know who Van Jones is to me? He's our generation's. He's our generation of the current iteration of Cornel West, and that's in what I mean by that. Look, I think Cornel West is a really smart guy, but I think Cornel West is fighting a battle in 1960s terms. And I think that's what drives me crazy about him. And Van Jones is fighting a battle on 2008 terms. And you know what I mean? It's like, we got to come together and love each other. I'm like, yo, he is locking little Mexican kids in cages, my nigga. Say something with some balls behind it.
Yeah.
Fuck this dude. Oh, well, if we show him love, then he'll change. No, he won't.
Isn't.
No, he won't.
Even Eric Holder was like, when they go low, we kick them in the face. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, they're over it. They're over it. Come on, man. They're over it. Playtime is over, man. Stop playing with these dudes. Because all that hug your enemy shit don't work anymore.
No,
they don't work anymore.
not right now.
Take out a lead pipe and a blowtorch and go to work. Fuck that. So Van Jones pisses me off because he's trying that like, oh, we can all be friends. I don't want to be friends with the dudes who are driving over people in Charlottesville.
Yeah.
No, I'm not your friend. Fuck you. You're my enemy. Period. Oh, that's rude. Yeah, well, guess what, nigga? It's 2018. Grow up. Fuck that. So yeah, no, Van Jones used to be fucking cool with me. I used to really fuck with Van Jones, but no, nigga, grow up. Fuck out of here. Like, no.
I knew where that was going. I just wanted to.
Yeah, I know. So I was like, I'll allow you two to go first. Van, if you're listening, and I know that you are, please come on the show. We'll happily sit down with you and tell you why you're wrong. He probably would do it too.
He would do it.
Yeah, I feel like Van Jones. You come on up to Baltimore, Van Jones. We'll sit down. We'll drink. We'll have a conversation.
Bit of a fame whore.
Is he?
I think so.
Yeah, this is a huge podcast, Van Jones. This is like CNN. We get just as many viewers. we get as many viewers as CN3 does, which is where he works. So then we get introduced to is it Elon? Is that his?
Yes, that's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Elon.
What's his character's name in Insecure?
Daniel.
Daniel. Daniel leaves the cast of Insecure to put on a turtleneck, a herringbone chain, and a suit jacket. As he plays the character Dimitri, who is the big drug dealer in Staten Island. What'd you guys think of him in this role?
I really like this guy.
Yeah, I do, dude. I do.
like this guy. He's got presence.
Yeah.
He can be like the next action guy, man.
No, dude, this is your Blade. This is your Blade.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally a scene. Like at the end where he was just like going off with like machetes and shit. It's like,
yeah. I really like this guy, and I hope that his star continues to rise.
Yeah, I liked him a lot in this role. Actually, I thought he was good. Yeah. So he shows up at the protest. This is all before the purge starts. He shows up with who I would assume is great value, young MA. Yeah, she does. She does look like her. Come on. Yeah, she's kind of a badass, by the way. She doesn't say much, but she's kind of a badass. And he goes and he talks to like these 3 OGs, and they're all kind of observing. They're all kind of observing what's happening, and there's an interesting speech that the one guy gives. I think his name is Fred, about whether or not, you know, they've seen crazier shit in their time, but the government is basically trying to turn Staten Island into the Colosseum in Rome, in ancient Rome, and it remains to be seen whether or not we'll be the Christians or the Lions, which I thought was actually a pretty good little bit of dialogue. So we come to find out that Naya and Dimitri actually used to date, and which allows for this interesting tension between this like do-gooder Naya and this drug lord for their interaction. I feel like he's channeling a little bit of like a P. Diddy vibe, which is kind of funny to me. Like if P. Diddy was physically terrifying. He is not. But she's like, look, are you here to fight against this, or are you here to, you know, kind of participate? And he's like, look, I don't trust this shit because I don't know what it is.
He's like, he's like, it's unpredictable. If I don't know what it is, I don't trust it. I'm like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. I feel like if you were a high-level drug dealer, this would be kind of your view, right?
Yeah, I don't trust nobody. Like, I feel like if you're a high-level drug dealer, you don't trust nobody.
You can't afford to.
You got to keep your fucking head on a swivel, as they say.
And look, and that was pretty much his entire thing, this entire movie. Just keep your head on a fucking swivel. Even when you got 2 hot women in your apartment. Don't trust them. Yeah, that was fucked up. Getting a man while he's at his most vulnerable. They knew what they were doing. So we cut to Isaiah. He is working one of Dimitri's corners that will become relevant later, when that crazy drug dealer from drug fiend from earlier, Skeletor, shows up. This nigga's terrifying, you know. Like I don't feel comfortable when he's on screen ever.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Sure. Yeah, this dude was just wild. I'm like.
He's
like a true villain.
Yeah. He's got a shirt that says "High on Life." Nigga, that's not life. Yeah. So he gets into this interaction with Isaiah, and he's like, "And I'm gonna let you, you know, sell me a drug, and you know, I'll be your first customer, and all this other shit." And he starts acting crazy. And then when Isaiah tells him to get the fuck out of here, he does Skeletor does classic New York shit and pulls a razor blade out of his mouth and cuts Isaiah's neck, which was again slightly terrifying. No, that's why I don't sell drugs, guys. That's the number one reason.
That's why.
Yeah, and I'm a fucking lame ass. I work on computers. It's way safer. So then we cut to. By the way, that scene is supposed to establish why Isaiah really wants to go out and purge. He wants to go after Skeletor, right? Mm-hmm. For embarrassing him. Then we cut to Dimitri talking to his buddies about like, look, or his crew, like, look, fuck all this purge shit. We're going to protect the product, protect our people. Like, I don't trust any of this shit. So like, ain't nobody going out and purging nothing. And then he's got, one of his boys named A is like, look, I'm trying to go purge. I want to kill people and all this other shit. See, this to me, this is a mistake.
Yeah, yo. Like, everybody knows when they got a Starscream in their crew, and you got to get rid of that motherfucker.
Yeah, he is a Starscream to Demetrius Megatron.
Yeah,
absolutely,
man.
Like, you trying to come up? And then Dimitri has young M.A. She was like, ooh, and then she hit this dude with like a blackjack or something across his head.
Like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, okay, well.
Like, don't fuck with her.
So, he didn't even say anything. He just like,
yeah, like knock this nigga out.
Like, dude, like, all right,
I get it. I wouldn't fuck with her. And so he's like, look, you're not gonna purge anybody. Like you're gonna sit your fat ass at home and you're not gonna do anything. And the guy's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm not sure that I would ever trust, even if the purge was real and they were like, yeah, all crime is legal. I don't trust the government. Like, you do that shit and they're like, psych, nigga, we just did the fucking lean on me shit, got all the bad kids together and arrested them all. Fuck you. Like, who's that dumb? I also think, like, it leads to the conspiracy, like the idea that people are, like, black people are very conspiratorial in a lot of ways. They don't trust the government. I don't understand why at any point would you trust the government in this regard.
I don't trust the government at all.
Not this one.
Not just because of conspiracies. I just don't trust y'all motherfuckers. Y'all ain't never helped me with nothing. I don't trust them.
Yeah, I will never understand why you would be trusting of that. So, apparently A really wants to get out there and purge.
Nigga, the concept just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you trust it if the concept doesn't make sense?
I mean, the concept makes sense.
No, it doesn't. You understand what the concept is.
Yeah.
But
from 8 to 8, you get to you get to do crime, and then 8 o'clock.
Why?
To cleanse your soul.
Nah, government ain't doing nothing to help me cleanse my soul. What the fuck? They don't even do the presidential fitness test anymore. That ain't gonna help me.
Well, that's how you work on your cardio. I don't understand that. Like, in knowing how conspiratorial black people are about the government, I just can't imagine a scenario where people are like, oh yeah, the government says I can kill people? Cool, I believe them. No, I don't believe you at all.
Killing nothing. Again, I would like to think I wouldn't do it. I don't think I would. I'd have to leave. I don't think
Terrence would.
No, I'm not just gonna go out and murder somebody. But if someone's coming for me,
absolutely.
Oh, that's a different story.
That's a different story. All bets are fucking off.
Would you stay on the island? I wouldn't stay on the island.
I gotta go to fucking Baltimore. I gotta
go anywhere.
The frying pan into the pot. Yeah, because just walking down the street, I can get shot in the head. But better than like that shit being illegal.
I just can't imagine. They're like, hey, they're allowing murder on Staten Island. Here's where I won't be.
Yeah, when's the next ferry?
Actually, now that
I'll swim it.
Niggas be shooting each other for nothing already.
Yeah, just the idea
of it being like you can do it without impunity. Oh,
it seems like a bad move. Can you imagine in Baltimore?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking right now. I'm like,
nigga, Baltimore County is one block. I'd be standing right on the edge, like,
looking at that sign.
Owens Mills. Like,
the niggas are shooting each other up like hotcakes. Like, nah, I'm not going over there.
Right. The city's got over 300 murders every year.
Yeah, they purge it every day. Like, no,
right.
I don't need it. Yeah, no. Purge 5, south side of Chicago. No, I'm not going. Fuck that. So Naya comes to see Dimitri at his place, and she kind of bitches him, which I was like, that's not okay. He's a drug dealer. Like, you can't just call him out in front of his boys. Like, don't do that.
I found it funny that this very petite young woman is up standing next to this big ass bouncer.
Yeah.
And Elon's character is like, go ahead, let her through. And she turns back to bouncer and says, you ever touch me again, I'll break your fucking neck. Like,
or rip your balls off.
No, I'll rip your balls off.
Like, no, don't do that.
No, you wouldn't.
No. I will throw you through that hoop over there.
I mean, I respect your spunk.
Don't
no,
do
you wouldn't.
You get your shit all fucked up is what you would. And by the way, don't do that. Like, that dude let you pass.
Right.
Like, don't try to scream on me in front of everybody else. I rip your balls off, nigga. You'd be like well, I can't do anything. It's fucked up.
Because I'd have just went, boop, touch you with one finger. Just to see what you would do.
Do something. Nah, because Dimitri will fuck you up.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he has a propensity for that, as we'll learn later.
Yeah.
He really don't give a fuck. Dimitri should also have the nickname Super Nigga, because,
that's...
I mean, like, he has a line in the movie. He's like, didn't you hear? I don't know how to die. You're right. You really don't. You really don't.
They never really explained it. Do they? Why this nigga is fucking like you said, Black John McClane?
Why he don't have no military training?
His homeboy did.
It rubbed off on him.
I guess so. He was like by fucking guilty by association. I don't know, like the transitive properties.
Yeah, transitive
like,
properties.
It didn't make any sense. I'm like, okay, so this nigga is just like skilled in everything.
Yeah.
Okay. How? Don't worry about it.
He's like, wow.
I'm a drug dealer.
Like, where'd you get this like high grade military weaponry? Yeah, I just learned to use it just now. Wow. No recoil? That's amazing.
This nigga's in the fucking Matrix. Like,
Yeah, he was.
It's a point of fact that if you look good in a wife beater, you have military training.
I mean, you just do. You just do. Like, it is what it is. So Naya goes to see Dimitri, and she's like, yo, my brother's working one of your corners. Like, what the fuck? And he's like, look, I'm balling, girl. I don't know every loser who works my corners. Like, the fuck you talking about? And she's like, sure you don't. He's like, nah, like, for real, I really don't.
I'm dead ass. I don't, I don't know.
I'm dead ass B. My bad. I'm sorry. So it turns out like he actually didn't know that, and so she's like, look, I don't want him working for you, and all of a sudden he's like, all right, cool, no problem. He's like, why don't y'all come stay here tonight, and I'll protect you. And she's like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to the church. I was like, you should have gone with the drug dealer.
I'm like, you sure? Like, you sure you want to go to the church?
We got guns.
I got a lot of protection.
Yeah, this ain't war, right? Like, generally the rules of war, you don't blow up hospitals and churches. But this ain't war, yo.
These are just niggas on an island. Like, again, I don't trust it. Like, no. If they're, by the way, the name of this overseas isn't The Purge. It's called American Nightmare.
Legit, I thought you were about to just say it's called America.
I mean, the movie has a real like fascination with guns and shit like that. I mean, there's no nuance here.
No.
They're hitting everything like really on its head.
Yeah, and the release date was July 4th, 2018. Like, yeah. I mean,
it always comes out in July.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it always come out on Independence Day?
I don't know if it's because July 4th doesn't always fall on like a Friday or a Thursday. But it usually comes out around July 4th.
Yeah. America's birthday. Because, like, I mean, I get it. I get everything that they're doing. They're just not doing it very...
It's ham-handed.
Yeah.
But for a movie that has a $13 million budget and it's the fourth one, I'll take it. Like, that's my thing. I'm like, I accept you. So then we see Naya joining her friends Dolores, Luis, and Selena as they go to this church to hide out. The church has some level of protection. I don't know. They got like one shotgun. And they're supposed to fend off bad guys. It seems like a bad idea. Meanwhile, Naya's brother, Isaiah, lies to her and says, oh, yeah, I went to Brooklyn. I'm good. And he actually went and signed up for the Purge. And now he's got a gun and he's going to go hunting for Skeletor once the Purge begins. Then we also meet a doctor played by Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, that was fucking bizarre.
I was like, this is the most random casting of all time.
This?
She's an Oscar winner. What are you doing here? So she's there because she's the one who came up with the Purge as a social experiment. Mm-hmm. And then Donald Trump... okay. That's a good point, Micah. Go ahead and say it.
I mean,
say it.
Marissa Tomei is a wonderful actress. I'm sure she's been in a different world. I'm sure she loves black people. I'm sure that's why she took this role. But her character is a white woman, so she has to do something fucking stupid. So in essence, this is entirely her fault.
Yes, 100%. Again, the 53% strike again.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know. This isn't what I wanted. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
Right. We thought people could murder each other with no consequences, and that would go wrong.
Like,
really?
Like that doesn't make sense. Like
I
that
thought
makes
they
her
would just
character...
drink pumpkin spice lattes and hang out together.
Like that.
No, white woman, that's not what's gonna happen.
That makes your character stupid, yo.
She's incredibly naive.
Character stupid.
Yeah, she's incredibly naive. It's amazing. Like that shit doesn't make any sense. So yeah, she is there to support the process, but she she's there to run the test and watch what happens, but she doesn't really.
She's like, oh, well, this has no political affiliation, Minivan Jones. This is just a social experiment.
Is it?
Like, then give them paintball guns, like not real guns. What the
Give
fuck?
them paintball guns and put them in a paintball field, and then just run a paintball league.
Right. That would be a social experiment.
Yeah, and it would be way more fun than watching a bunch of motherfuckers just shoot each other.
By the way, if that was the deal,
Stupid lady.
like if the purge was a social experiment, but they gave everyone like paintball weaponry and see if people would attack people, or like rubber bullets or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be an actual, like, okay, people didn't die. Maybe they got a little hurt, but they didn't die. You can't give them real bullets.
Yeah.
Give them real guns. That's a mistake. So the purge begins. You get the like noise, and everyone starts, and no one's killing anybody. Skeletor goes out there. He's got hypodermic needles on his hand, like a great value nigga Wolverine. And
Like Scarecrow from the Batman Arkham games and shit.
you know what? This guy might be up for that role. Like, he's not bad. He's kind of terrifying in a lot of ways. Like, I don't like this actor now. Like, I don't want to see anything this guy's in.
Nah, I don't like Demon JB Smooth at all.
God damn it. It's true.
His name is Rotimi Paul.
Yeah. Don't see anything Rotimi Paul's in. This nigga is out of his mind. Like, he's not acting. They got an actual mental patient to be in this movie. But no, I mean, I think he's pretty convincing as a over-the-top crackhead lunatic.
Apparently, according to trivia here on IMDb, Rotimi Paul rode the subway to his audition in full makeup.
Nigga, hell
I mean,
no.
it's New York. What subway? Where was this?
New York.
Was it New York?
Yeah.
I mean, he probably just looked like a regular ass fucking. I mean, yo, you ever been on the subway in New York?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
The first time I got on, this nigga with prayer beads came on and was like, I need $1 from everybody. Like,
Did you do the classic New Yorker thing?
what?
Stare down. No, if you notice, real New Yorkers, they don't look. They're just like, what's on my iPhone?
Yeah,
They don't even fucking acknowledge that shit.
I looked down like, what the fuck? And then he walked past me because I wasn't reaching for my wallet. But this fucking homeless Okuma was like, I need
Really? The really
$1.
big ones?
Yeah, he had big ass prayer beads on. They weren't gigantic, but he had prayer beads on. What the fuck?
I need $1 from everybody. Like, no, you need to pray about getting $1 from everybody.
Right. My wife was like, only in New York. Like, no. This nigga might be trying to rob us. God damn it. I'm gonna need you to be a little more like,
Keep your head on the swivel.
thank you. Like, God damn. Only in New York, babe. Am I right? Like, this ain't a time to be quipping.
We're in danger.
Right. It's time to equip.
We need a Die Hard loadout scene. More on that later. So then we get to see a guy, Sean Paul, I think. He's trying to Pitbull's cousin. He tries to do what niggas would do, which is try to break into an ATM
machine.
Yeah.
I feel like I would do that. Yes, absolutely.
Now, see, that's the type of purging, quote unquote purging, that I would do. I would steal shit.
Yeah, looting.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Guess what's that? I wouldn't try to like break into people's businesses because that's fucked up, right?
Yeah,
Like,
some of the businesses had black-owned signs on them. Like, hey,
hey, come on now, come on now. That's what white people shit.
come on, young
do that.
blood.
Don't fuck around. Don't fuck around.
Like a Best Buy or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that shit is FDIC insured. Like, I'm coming in.
Yeah.
No, I need a new video card, nigga. 7 of them. Like, no. Those are the type of play. Oh, no, you get a crew and you get a couple blowtorches, you go to work. Like, this is the time to freaking. I'd fuck up a micro center.
Yo.
Yo, ride up the fucking street.
Let's go.
Yo, I'll be right there with you.
Yo, I need a new laptop. 10 of them. Like,
You're like, I really
yo,
don't.
the
but-
day after the purge, the sales on eBay would be fire. Are you kidding me? That's what people would really do. Like, yeah, we're going murder. Right.
No.
Sure. Nah, fuck
How much
that.
is an iMac? Like the most expensive iMac you can get.
gotta be
4 or
like-
5 grand.
Yeah.
That's what I'm snatching.
Yeah,
Snatching
7
that.
of them.
I don't know.
I need one
I'd rent
and a
I'd
backup.
rent
in
a
somewhere.
U-Haul truck the day before.
Yep. Oh, you had to pay for that extra.
Whatever, nigga. I don't fucking care.
See you after the purge.
And yeah, because I'm getting a TV. I don't need it.
7 of them. Again, I feel like you like on supermarket sweep, you would be fucking up. You try to get 1 ham, nigga, get 10 hams. That number racks up quickly.
TV,
No, I would. I would
laptop.
steal. Fuck that. Steal it is. Look. These people are worried about what damage you do that night. I'm worried about how I can benefit all year round.
Right.
Yeah, you got to make money. No, man. No, don't be stupid. If the purge exists,
And again,
steal shit.
There's another flaw with the whole concept of the purge, right? Like, yeah, you said you would steal, which would fuck up the economy. Which would, so the purge...
It would fuck up the economy.
Yeah.
Badly.
Right.
Badly.
So what are you doing the purge for?
But I got a new TV though.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying the government's idea of the purge doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, because the idea of they say, oh, you can't use class 4 explosives. Okay, so I will use like they use
Class 3?
C4 by the way.
I don't even know the difference.
Right.
I think
I think class 4 is something that will level a building.
yeah,
fine.
Like if you get a bunch of class
thermite
3
or some shit like that.
Right. If you get a bunch of class 3s, it will still level a building.
Right. That's what I didn't understand in the
I don't
movie. I'm like,
understand
I
that.
would just take down fucking big expensive towers.
And apparently,
That's what I would do. I'd be like,
apparently, a class 4,
Be like fucking Fight Club.
apparently class 4 weaponry.
And they didn't have class 4 anyway.
Class 4 weaponry does not consist of rocket launchers, fucking RPGs,
Right.
because somebody had a goddamn rocket-propelled grenade in the projects.
yeah, but in fairness, they were from the government. Spoilers for later. Let's see. Class 4 weapons. The last and highest class of weapons, sometimes referred to as Class 4, covers destructive devices or DDs. Destructive devices are bombs, grenades, nuclear weapons, flamethrowers. They use flamethrowers.
Like
YG.
someone had a fucking flamethrower.
Well, this
Dynamite, rocket launchers, tanks, javelin missile launchers, Harrier jets.
Yo, wait a minute. Wait, whoa. fucking class 4. Yo, you go from
class
a
4
flamethrower to a Harrier jet?
You go
Yeah,
from
you
a
can't use it.
grenade to nuclear weapons?
Yeah, I feel like they need more classes. Like, there's a lot of classes in between.
Like, so what's between 1 and 3? What the fuck is it? Like a handgun and some machine guns? And then class 4 is just what the fuck ever.
Yeah, whatever the military has that you can't buy on a weekend.
Yeah, like nuclear
You
weapons.
can't use a Harrier jet. Oh man, I was gonna use one in the back of my garage. I had one ready.
I feel like that should be like class S.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know what the fuck.
special.
That shit
You can't afford
no,
this.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, but by the way, you can buy a tank. So yeah, I'm gonna save up with all those TVs I stole, all the money I gained. I would buy a tank for next year, like a small,
Wow.
like a little Abrams. Like yeah, let's go. Yeah, but stealing is the
Flamethrowers? That shit doesn't make sense.
yeah, that's wild. But I would definitely steal. Stealing is the way to go. So then we see this guy trying to rob this ATM, and Skeletor comes out of nowhere and fucking stabs and murders this guy. And this is the first kill, right? He is the one who starts all this shit off. Meanwhile, we cut to A and his mini crew, and they're all like, yeah, fuck Dimitri, I'm the king now. We purging tonight. We killing people. We doing our thing. And it's cool because all the contacts that they're given when they sign up for the purge have cameras in them.
Yeah.
So the government gets a first eye view of everything that they're doing. But it makes their eyes glow green or blue.
Yeah, that's a clever little that's purely a design choice for aesthetics, and I think it's clever. It's clever. It gives everyone a unique look, and they have a solid enough reason for doing it. I'm on board.
Yeah. Now, what's really interesting is because later on in the franchise, because everyone is in the purge, there's no one signing up. And, so they can't give out contacts to everybody. There's a scene in one of the other ones where they're wearing these glasses that light up. So they're like night vision goggles that have the same kind of look, which is kind of interesting. I was like, oh, okay. I see what you did there. So Isaiah is roaming around, looking for Skeletor. And he comes upon these stuffed animals all over the place. And it turns out these two weird ladies from earlier put little bombs on them, and they start trying to kill him with it, like cell phone bombs. And so he barely escapes with his life as these crazy old broads are trying to murder him. And they're like, isn't this funny? No, don't kill people. No. Stop doing that. But he luckily makes it out there with his life intact. He then runs into some of Dimitri's crew, and they're like, "Hey, come on, man, come hang with us." He almost shot them. They're like, "Yeah, we're going to a purge party." He's like, "What the fuck is a purge party?" They're like, "I don't know, but there's gonna be girls there, and maybe Skeletor will be there. You can try to kill him if you want."
Here's one piece of social commentary about this movie that I actually enjoyed, because they did kind of mention it, but here you give these people free reign to do whatever they want. Mm-hmm. What do they want to do? They just want to have fun.
Yep.
Yeah. They just want to have fun, and that's what people, and that's what happens when black people are like, we just want to have fun, yo.
Yeah,
like,
left to their own devices, black people will just be fine.
Yeah, we're fine. Like, we are A-okay. Like, there is no black on black crime. Like, there's no menace. Like, we're not menaces to society. We just want to have fun
and just be left the fuck alone.
Yeah. And the white people were like, well, they ain't doing nothing.
Why aren't these niggas killing each other?
Right.
Like we assume they would be, because that's a real commentary, right?
Right. That is one of the most subtle things in this movie. Yeah. But I really appreciate it.
And it's salient too, actually.
Right. And what happened? I really appreciate it.
Like the stop and frisk in New York when the cops were like, "Oh, fine, fuck it, we won't." Crime decreased.
Right.
Yeah, leave people alone.
They were like, "No, just leave us
yo.
the fuck alone, dog." I don't know if the crime necessarily decreased, but they were like, "We're not doing crime, my nigga." Like,
right, like
you're looking for shit that's not there.
It didn't go through the roof.
It was kind of like, "Yo, everything is fine now. Y'all niggas are leaving us alone."
Yeah, you get more shootings. You get more violent interactions with cops. You get more cops are, these people are doing terrible things. Yeah, because you're harassing them. Like, can you imagine stop and frisk existing in like Milwaukee? White people would be like, "Yo, what the fuck? Leave me alone. I'm trying to go to Tim Hortons or whatever the fuck they do up there. I don't know." But like that idea of harassing black people and people of color is somehow we're helping them. No, you're not helping them.
Like, no, that shit's annoying, and it starts to grate on your nerves.
Yeah, and
you want to lash out,
right? And it breeds animosity towards police, right? I mean, for obvious reasons. But yeah, I did think that was. I sort of wrote that down too. Like, people of color do what they always do, which is left to their own devices, they'll be fine.
Have a cookout.
Yeah. Like, look, if this thing happened, this is exactly what would happen. Hey, we're going to give y'all $5,000 to kill people. Okay, thanks. Yo, you trying to go to this party? Yeah.
Bring the alcohol.
Yeah, nigga, I got $5,000.
We give you $5,000 to do whatever you want to do. Not even kill people. We give you $5,000 to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, technically, yeah. This is they say the purge, but like if you participate, like what do you mean participate? Like,
right, there's different ways that people purge their anger.
Yeah, like the black dude banging out the white chick on the hood of that car.
Right.
Yeah, he was
like, that's the way I want to purge.
Yeah, I do that every night.
Yeah, because I purge like that all the time. Baby.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying, you would have way more people doing just buck wild shit like that than any like murder.
Right.
You would the most murder you would have would be between gangs and shit. Like, it wouldn't be just like people just going out and killing people randomly. Like, it's just not like people have some level of a moral compass.
Yeah.
Like, they just do. So it's kind of wild. So then we get this juxtaposed scene of Skeletor shows up at this party, and this super hot chick who is way too hot for him is dancing on him. Clearly, she didn't do the club thing. Like, she didn't have a friend to look at him and be like, "Nah, don't do that."
Like, look at this nigga.
He's a mess. Meanwhile, these two chicks have been sent to Dimitri's place, and they're all trying to fuck him as well. And then they turn out that they're trying to kill this nigga. And they were sent by A and his crew to kill Dimitri. And then Skeletor freaks out because he's a crazy person and murders this fine ass woman at the party. And because everyone's dancing and having a good time, he can get away with killing like 4 or 5 people before people really notice that he's killing people. and he just starts just fucking stabbing people like crazy. And these two women, again, it keeps jumping back and forth. These two women are trying to kill Dimitri, which is super fucked up. Look, I don't believe in hitting women, but I would have beat the shit out of those two women who were trying to kill me.
She getting a fucking elbow to the face, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I thought he was nicer than I'd have been.
Yeah.
I'd be like, where is the closest window I can throw both of you out of it? Like, no, you're not going to just murder me with knives. Like, this is not going to happen. And that's fucked up, yo. My man was out there trying to get busy with two chicks, and they were like, "Surprise, nigga, we gonna kill you." I'd be like, "Yo, my dick is hard, like my brain ain't, all the blood is rushed from my brain." No, don't do that. Like, that's fucked up.
That was the whole plan.
I mean, it was clever. Yeah. Look, in reality, that shit would have worked.
Right. Yeah. That's how you get a nigga, yo. That's how you get it.
Don't trust it. Look, get yourself a stable girl. Like, don't mess with whoever this one woman is in the Great Value Black China, or actually a better value Black China. Who we kidding? So then everybody freaks out once they realize Skeletor is killing people in the party. Everybody runs away, and Isaiah pulls his gun on Skeletor and aims it right at his face, and then chickens out. Which, I'd have killed him.
Nah.
This dude killed like 4 people right in front of you, dude. Like, no, you'd be justified.
Yeah.
Just blow his fucking head off. He let you stand there with the gun to his head. I'd be like, he's talking all that good shit. I'd be like, all right, Baraka, bam, you're dead. Like, no, this is a wrap for you. I don't want to kill people, but I feel like I'd be justified, and I feel like people would cheer. Which is all I want. I just want validation. And so then you realize, like, there aren't people really killing people. Like, the government is like, yeah, damn, all these, these niggas are just chilling. I think there's a couple people dying, but we were really hoping, like, for hundreds, thousands of black people to kill each other, because that's what we always assumed black people would do. Then we come to find out, as Isaiah is running away from Skeletor, who's chasing him, he goes into like some sort of factory, and he calls Naya, and he's like, "Yo, I was lying, dog. I'm not in Brooklyn. Come save me." And call his big sister, and so Naya leaves the church to go save him. And she then gets grabbed up by the pussy grabber down in the sewer. Micah, your thoughts on this?
I didn't like this thing too much.
I mean, come on, yo. Like,
with the baby thing on the face,
like,
that's fucked up.
Like, on the one hand, right? Like, oh, she gets snared, and he's reaching for it, and he grabs her crotch, right? And I'm like, okay, all right, I understand what that is a reference to, and I'm not necessarily mad at it. But then the movie thinks I'm stupid, and she flat out says, "Fuck you, you motherfucking pussy grabber!" Like, I get it, yo. You didn't have to. It's like somebody explaining the joke. Like, I got the joke.
Oh, you think women being assaulted is a joke? That's interesting.
No, God,
you said it. You said it. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, it is pretty it's pretty on the nose. I do find it disturbing, someone putting a crying baby thing on their face.
That's very strange.
Yeah, I was like, this makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like any of this. So Isaiah is inside the factory, and then there's some people looking for him because they see him running around. They want to kill him as well because reasons. And then he realizes, hey, these contacts really make me stand out in a dark room, so I'm going to take these out. Also, they're cameras for the government. Again,
yeah,
I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Right.
No. Also, don't ever listen to the government when they talk about putting a tracking device inside you. Don't do that. No, that shit never made sense to me. Oh, I'd put a tracking device in my kid. Well, you're an idiot. No, you ain't tracking me, nigga. Get out of here. It's bad enough all my credit cards and everything else tell you where I am. I don't need you to know what room I am in my house.
I never understood people. Remember when Foursquare was a thing?
Yeah, it was the dumbest thing.
I never understood
some
why
generation
people do that
telling on yourself.
Yeah, Foursquare. Yeah.
I'm at the trap house, nigga. I'm the mayor. Like,
right. Oh, so you come there often, huh? Yeah. On a regular basis. So you're not home at 4:00 on a Wednesday. Is that it?
Right. Like, I checked in. What does this do for you?
I never understood it, man.
I don't put my location on Facebook.
Yeah. I don't like that shit.
No. But people are dumb. Like, so my nieces and nephews who are in high school, their mother does surprise cell phone checks. She's like, nope, surprise check, bring the phones right now. Like,
damn.
Anytime.
Like pop quiz, nigga, like, oh shit.
Yeah. But they know that this happens. But they are from a generation of telling on themselves. So they just like post shit on Snapchat, post shit on, Twitter or whatever. Well, hey dummy, your mom is gonna check your shit.
Right.
Like they push shit on Snap.
That shit every night. Nigga,
Yeah. Like, don't trust it. Like, no. Text messages and shit. And she's like, yeah, hey dummy, I'm gonna take your phone, I'm gonna open up Snapchat, and I'm gonna look at all the shit that you post, right? I don't even need access to your account. I'll just do it when I check your phone.
Yeah.
Right? And so she checks it. She's like, oh, this is interesting. So you're just smoking weed on the internet? You idiot. Yeah.
Like, what?
Because they're from generation telling themselves. They don't know any better. I'm like, yo, again, I'm 38. I don't trust it. Like, no. I'm not putting video of me doing any crimes or anything illegal on social media. Yo, I was smoking weed yesterday. No. Tell me when that shit's legal. Then I was. You're right. No, fuck no. I might say shit on the podcast. Ain't nobody listening.
I deleted my LinkedIn just in case somebody is listening.
God damn.
Yeah.
I don't even use LinkedIn. I couldn't tell you the login. I couldn't tell you nothing.
Well, nowadays people like to get people fired, not like my job. So
yeah, that's pretty smart.
That's true.
I don't like my job. You go and try. Jay said this. I'm gonna report you. Go ahead and report me. My boss be like, what? Give a fuck, leave me alone. Who is this? Stop calling here. Or you could call TMP Studios. Those guys will be pretty pissed if you say anything about us. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's my employer.
Yeah, TMP Studios. That's who runs this podcast. I'm mad. I'm gonna send a message. Go ahead, nigga. I'm the one who's gonna pick up.
Jay I am the manager.
I am your manager, B. Wrap it up. Fuck out of here. So then Isaiah gets rescued by Naya, who she got grabbed up by Skeletor, and Isaiah came out with the fucking glass shank, hit him in the back, bow, and they ran off.
Y'all wouldn't have stopped.
No, they killed that
You
nigga.
gotta take this dude out. There's two of y'all. You just stabbed him in the back.
Where he's flailing around, I'd try to kick that fucking piece of glass right through his back. Out of here. Yo, people are too nice in moments of turmoil. Like, no. Haven't you watched enough action movies? Stab, twist. Come on. What the fuck are we doing?
It's gotta be tough to twist a piece of glass.
I would figure something out. A stab, hit him, something, dude. Like, he's not Superman. I mean, he's probably on meth, so maybe. Like, I don't know. But, no, you got to do something else. There's a really funny interaction as they're just, Isaiah and Naya just walking down the street. And she's like, so are you going to talk about how you lied and that, you said you were going to be off the island? He was like, oh, what you want me to say? I lied. I fucked up. I scared. I almost died. You almost died. And I'm glad you came and saved me. She's like, yeah. He's like, I just said that shit. Like, what the fuck, yo? I fucked up. My bad. Also, like, that's not enough, dog. We might die. Then, like, a crazy person runs up on them with a gun, and he does the thing that a lot of people would do, which is he pulls a prank and just sprays them with water. And then he runs off, which was weird. Then Naya and Isaiah see young Trump supporters showing up at the church and killing everybody. They've literally got like white golf shirts and khakis on, because this movie is about as subtle as a brick in the face. Then we see a scene where this is kind of where it turns into Die Hard, right?
Oh, you skipped a part.
What's that?
The women that tried to kill Dimitri. They met back up with A Train, whatever the fuck his name is. The women come back, and the guy's like, "Oh, I didn't think y'all would be able to do it." And lo and behold, they didn't, because this nigga comes out of, actually he has his homeboys come out and put guns to all of his homeboys' head. And then he gives a speech about, like, haven't you heard? I can't die. And he puts a bullet through that nigga's head.
Yo, that shit was so like, satisfying.
It was. Because normally in moments like that, I'd be like, I'm going to let you live. Yeah, nah, yo.
Don't do it
again. Like, nope.
You're right.
He's like, now fuck that. Bullet through the head. I'm like, oh, shit. And he did it. And all the blood from, like, just landed on the women. They were like, don't ever come back to the island again. They were like, you right.
Gotcha.
That shit was wild. Like, god damn.
But I think that was the part where I was like, yeah. Okay.
Like,
I see where this movie's going. This guy's kind of a badass.
Yeah.
I like
And then
it.
he has the homeboys take the rest of his crew out.
Yes, that's
by
right.
putting bullets in their heads as well.
Yeah. By the way, his line was really great. It was like, you don't purge me. I purge you in broad daylight or out in the open, and just fucking shot him in the head.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah, it was really really satisfying. That was American Gangster Denzel shooting
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, man. Just like,
literally in broad daylight.
he was like, fuck you, Frank Lucas. Bah! End of that. Conversation over. Then we get this whole thing. Dimitri and his boy are, after they killed those guys, they're riding down the street. They see a white woman getting her BBC fantasy on the front in front of a car, and then as they're driving, a truck on fire hits the side of their SUV, and that's fucked up, man. Like again, you can't. It's not right to distract people with sex before you hit them with violence. Like the recurring theme in this movie. It's fucked up. So then they get hit by this truck. Their truck gets flipped over. They survive, but they see these guys, and I didn't really understand what the truck on fire had to do with what they ran into, which was kind of weird. There's immediately like this firefight, and these guys with very high grade military weaponry are just, I guess they were shooting up the truck or I guess it was the couple who was having sex. And for some reason, Dimitri was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to break this guy's neck. And then goes fucking John Rambo and the other guys and just murders them with no problem.
And then picks up a phone because, yeah, that's
I mean,
what you do.
Like, you had to call somebody. Like, again.
Those homeboys, like, we got problems.
Yeah, he picked up a Halo gun. It was the gun from fucking Halo, and he just knew how to use it.
Yeah.
Again,
Three shots, 3 kills. I was like, nigga, what the fuck? Okay, cool. This is all right.
He didn't have a learning curve. Like, I understand you know how to use a handgun. That seems reasonable. But, like, he didn't have a learning curve. He wasn't like, oh, shit, this is really powerful. No, he was like, bam, 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 done.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this is great. So, yeah, so he has at this point in the movie, he has made his transition into super nigga status. Like, right at this point.
Right there.
And he hits that status and never slows down. Again, Naya sees... Naya and her brother see these the Proud Boys or the Trump supporters. They murder the people in the church. They go over to the church after they leave.
Wow, they really are wearing white polos and khaki shorts. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
But like, okay, so this gets to this is where things start to jump off, where it's a lot of white supremacist imagery, right? There are KKK members, there are Nazis, there are these Trump guys, these Trump looking dudes, and they all start like taking over the island, and they're just purging all over the island, even though no one was being killed before. Like, not really, right? Yeah. Skeletor was really the only person killing people. So all of a sudden, there's this massive spike in killing, and so Marissa Tomei's character is like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, where the fuck were all these people earlier? More on that later. So Naya and Isaiah find Luisa and Selena, her daughter. They survive, and so they all kind of come together. You come to find out that Dolores, the black lady from earlier, she went out looking for Naya, so she's not there. So they don't know where she is.
It was very funny, by the way.
She was a great.
Yeah, she was fucking hilarious.
She wasn't acting.
I don't think she was.
No, that black lady was just herself. Like, they just were like, no, this shit's really happening. I don't know.
Dolores.
Yeah, it probably is really Dolores.
She goes by Mugga on IMDb. Is she in that? She a comedian or something?
I don't know. She's pretty goddamn funny.
Yeah.
She had a very realism, a lot of realism about her character. So then Marissa Tomei's character starts to track these guys on motorcycles dressed like the Trump supporters and try to find out where they are. And it turns out they're all coming out of this bunker. So they definitely are suspect. And she, of course, gets busted by the politician guy. And he's like, look, we had to do something to make this work. So we had to hire these mercs to basically go around and kill people. then we come to find out Dimitri knows him and his crew figure out that they're mercs because they're like Blackwater from earlier. Well, back when I was in the military, these guys were just like Blackwater in the Iraq War. Yes, that's true, in the Iraq War.
Oh, these guys who are mercenaries who are just coming in and killing innocent civilians? Just like in Blackwater? Like, yeah, just like Blackwater.
By the way, like, they didn't need to say that because I feel like a lot of people don't know what Blackwater is. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like we know who they are, but like, I feel like a lot of people are like, okay. And most people don't know that.
All right.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's a hard reference to a thing that's not necessary. You could just call them mercs.
Yeah,
like,
they're just mercenaries. Yeah. Because people don't know what it is. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's kind of a wasted thing, really. Then we see literally truckloads of people in KKK costumes. Yeah. And, you know, Nazi regalia and shit like this. Now, to me, this goes to the point of, like, the fear of black people, the horror of black people actualized, right? That if given an opportunity, this is what white people would do. Right? Like this is why this would be in the horror genre, because to me, this is a terrifying reality. Literally masked police officers beating a black man to death with batons in the middle of a fucking baseball stadium. Mm-hmm. Like to like America the Beautiful, I think is playing. Like, you know, it's this sort of visual design. I think it's actually fairly well done for as
blunt as it is. I do appreciate it, right? Like, okay, you got these Mad Max looking police officers getting ready to beat the shit out of a black man in a baseball stadium. Baseball being like America's pastime. Like America's pastime is beating niggas. Yeah, like authority figures beating niggas. Like, I get it, right? Yeah. I understand it. But it's
ham-handed.
Yeah, it's ham-handed. Yeah,
it is.
And look, sometimes that stuff is fine, right? Sometimes that stuff is fine.
I mean, look, Spike Lee has made an entire career out of it.
Right. The problem is,
and I'm not saying that to denigrate him, but he has.
Right. The problem is that I'm getting handed ham for 97 minutes.
Right. I mean, that's true.
It's like, I can't eat any more ham, guys.
No, but I think you can. Have you tried it as a pork shoulder? Have you tried it as like, all right. It's a lot of pork coming. Like, Jesus Christ. It's bad. Look, it's not good for our blood pressure.
Right. It's not bad. It's just a lot of it.
Do you want bacon? No, nigga, I said no. So the team all makes it back. The team of victims all make it back to Naya and Isaiah's apartment. And they're like, oh, how are we gonna, you know, survive this? And the one woman, Louisa, is like, look, we truly are, we're in New York and we're undercover. Oh, remember when I was on that show? And then I was on Dexter. There's a lot of blood too. I like her. She needs to be in more things.
She does.
Yeah, I like her. So they're like, oh, we're gonna make it. We're gonna survive. And then Dimitri and his crew, they go back to the fucking super bunker and get a bunch of military. Yo, why do they have so many high-grade weapons? Jesus Christ. Like, yo, this is the most well-equipped drug-dealing team I've ever seen. Like, normally you got like a shotgun. You got a homeboy might got an AK-47 to get like real crazy. These niggas are like, yo, get the Halo gun. Get the gun from Destiny. No, the other gun from Destiny. Like, all right, goddamn. This dude's got like a gold-plated gun from a James Bond movie. Like, what the fuck is going on? They got like the racks, like the well-manicured racks of military weaponry. Yeah, they weren't fucking around.
Be fucking prepared when shit pops off.
Apparently. And so they're like, all right, let's go do this, right? And I'm like, all right, look, black people doing it for themselves. Like I was all in. Like at this point, I'm like, I feel very patriotic, like for black people murdering white people.
I mean, look, like,
it felt good.
I'm a Second Amendment guy now.
Yeah, no, this was like, look, you wanted this,
right?
This is what y'all wanted.
Give me an AR-57. I'll be all right with it.
The fuck is an AR-57?
Look it up.
Oh, is that it? Okay,
it's a gun.
Okay. God damn. Then we see footage of the politician is looking at video as they took Marissa Tomei, dropped her ass off in the purge zone, and then put a bullet in her head and then shot her like 4 times in the chest. They're like, make that footage disappear. She wanted to go out there and purge. Well, guess what you figured out. So she got murdered. So then Dolores makes it back to the apartment. She's like, bitch, I've been looking for y'all. She was like, then I shit on myself.
That shit was funny.
Yeah, I laughed.
She's like, my bowels joined the purge. Like that was funny.
Yo,
I feel like she just ad-libbed everything.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she wasn't acting. And it was like a little bit of relief from the nonstop murder fest that is about to happen. Yeah. Racially motivated murder fest. Then we get a scene of Dimitri and his crew go to help out the OGs from earlier as they're being attacked by these guys in KKK outfits. Like, to me, again...
Yo, this shit was beautiful.
No, this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. These KKK members, they're getting ready to storm this place and kill all these guys. And then they drop down, Dimitri and his crew drop down like smoke screen and come out with guns and machetes and murder the KKK from behind.
Like the spooks that they are, they crept up behind them motherfuckers and just bam! Yo,
that shit was dope.
Was good, man.
You know what? They're going to remake the Spook Who Sat by the Door, which I vehemently disapprove of because Lee Daniels is apparently doing it.
Oh.
You know what? Let this dude direct it.
This nigga got 2 AK-47s akimbo, yo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Young M.A. is knifing dudes.
Again, Blade is slicing people up with a machete. Like, yeah, man. I can get behind black people killing a bunch of Klansmen, man. This shit is beautiful.
Yo, this nigga is Blade, yo. Come on, yo. This shit is so dope. It was great.
Like
you got the spin around
that
move
machete scene. Like, can't you hear the bow, 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 bow? Like, I can hear that shit in my mind, man. Watching this, man.
Shit was dope. Young M.A. got a couple of murders in.
My man came, shot one dude, elbowed one guy, shot one guy in the fucking stomach, and then took the gun like this. I was like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, I was all in. Like, it's so funny because when I saw the screener for this, and it was easily 95% black. Yo, black people were like, yes! Woo! All right. Get out, Tuba's out, y'all. Like, yeah, that shit was dope. Yeah, black people were fucking hyped. I was like, yo, like, this is way better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I was not expecting this. I loved it, man. I absolutely loved it. So they leave the OGs with some more weaponry as they go to Naya's tower because they hear over the radio that the mercs are all headed there to kill everybody floor by floor. And so as they're standing outside their trucks, getting ready to go, and they're trying to formulate their plan, a bunch of drones show up and just murder everybody. Those drones just be murking fools, and they kill everybody except for Dimitri. He slides under the car just quickly, and all of his friends get killed except for his homeboy, his best guy. He gets shot, but he doesn't die. And so Dimitri, in this moment, feels like, oh my God, all my friends are dead. Oh, but my one dude is still alive. Let me take off my shirt so I can wrap around his wound so he will survive, leaving me only
with a white beater.
I mean, that's all I had. And so he's like,
all they needed was a reason for him to take his shoes off.
Right.
And he would be, and he
like, oh shit, they shot my Jordan. I gotta take it off. Like, yeah, he was one step away from being John McClane. So he literally takes his shirt off to. Does he even use? He doesn't even use it. He literally just took his shirt off and just set it on the ground. He didn't even wrap the dude's leg. He didn't make a split. He literally didn't do anything with it. That's fucked up, dude. They just use that dude getting shot for no reason just to get him to take his shirt off, which is fine. The guy is like super shredded. Whatever. Good for him. Fuck you, nigga. So he literally has the fucking loadout scene, right? He goes in the back of his truck, gets a couple of guns, has the bag with the extra shit in it, and they line up the perfect shot of him like looking at the tower, like I gotta go, save my girl. He gets on the phone with Nia and he's like, get to the back of the apartment, put a mattress out front or whatever. He's like, hold on, girl, I'm coming. And I was like, hell yeah, nigga, go get your girl, yo.
I love this scene. I love a good loadout scene.
It is so good, man. It's so good.
Loading up and shit, like fuck yeah.
Yeah, like you get the loadout scene. You lost your shirt for whatever reason.
He took it off like he was about to make a splint or something.
He was like, "Nah, I'm too busy."
And
but I think you'd be alright.
His boy was like, "Nah, yo, go get your girl, man." Yeah. And then this is a little touch that I love.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
He fucking loads up, right? And he shuts the door. And he gets a pound from his home.
Yeah, I was like,
come on, man. That's what black people do when they load up.
Yeah, like that. Exactly. Because I didn't notice that the first time. And I noticed the last time. I was like, all right.
Yeah,
that feels good. I like it. But that's a black director.
That's a black director.
Like, nah, before you leave, you gotta give your boy a pound. Because you might not see him again.
Right.
Like, girl, I'm coming for you. And so she's like, yeah, that shit was dope, man. I was like, this nigga needs to be played. Yeah, I was all in for this dude, man. All in. Like, I like this guy, man. He was really good. Give this guy more roles, more action roles.
Yeah.
So he goes up there, he gets his pound, he starts doing the black man head nod. He's like, all right, let's do this. And they got the lineup scene of him going to Nakatomi Towers or Plaza.
Nakatomi Projects.
The black Japanese projects. So he goes floor by floor and he's just stepping over all these dead black people because these guys literally in blackface and Nazi regalia are going floor to floor killing people as they make it to the top. Naya and her people are all on the 14th floor, so they have some time. And we just cut scenes of like these guys just murdering these black people, just fucking just horrible, right? Just killing everybody. And then as they're scaling the tower, Dimitri runs into a couple of them, and he gets into some pretty good fights, like close quarter fights with these guys. And again, he doesn't have military training from what I understand, but he is just straight up murdering them.
Yeah, I'm like, again, like, what's his backstory? I kind of want to know.
Yeah, he's a nigga. Like, he kicked that dude in the chest so fucking hard. It's like he just walked in the steps, like, bow. Yeah, and then he choked he murders a white man in blackface. He just chokes him with his bare fucking hands, and I could not have come any harder at that moment. It's like, oh shit. Yes. Thank you very much. That was fantastic.
I mean, look, that's more heavy-handedness, but guess what? This shit is what did it for me. I was like, yo.
And then he takes his mask off, and this guy's as Aryan as anything. Which I thought was
blonde hair, blue eyed. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I thought that was stellar. So he just proceeds to just kill these guys as he's making his way up.
This is a good fucking scene.
It is.
It's a good action sequence.
It's a well shot scene. Yeah. Like, it's a little shaky, and they do a couple of editing tricks, but it looks like it appears to be one continuous shot.
Yeah.
It's a really good scene, man.
I did like the close quarter shooting in some of the scenes. Like when he gets into the fight, right before he chokes the guy to death.
Yeah, that stairwell fight scene. That shit is.
It was pretty good.
It was very good.
Well, and he at one point he knocks the one guy into a wall and then picks up a machine gun, and then they pivot right up to him where the camera is like almost near the barrel of his gun shooting towards his face, and he shoots the guy, and they pivot the camera quickly to him killing that guy that he shoots, and it's like blood splattering from his neck and he falls downstairs. It was actually a really well shot scene for as visceral and brutal as it was. Then we see the leader of this team.
Ah, shit. Sorry.
Really?
Sorry.
I'm sorry this isn't enough for you. You need to listen to music while you're doing it.
I apologize.
It's fine. We're a professional outfit. So then we cut back to the apartment where Naya and everyone else is, and they're preparing for these guys to come in. So Naya grabs this fucking hand cannon, and
blew her fucking hand off.
Her shoulder was just like boom.
She pulled out the gun that the Joker shot the Batwing with, yo. Come on, man. Like, let's be honest. Out of her pants. Like, she would have to shoot at the floor to hit somebody in front of her to ricochet from that big ass gun.
No, she shot at the floor. It's like doing a rocket jump and Quake. Like, oh my god, yeah, that gun is half her size. Yeah, come on. So one of the things I thought that was also like from a visual standpoint was really clever was they had Dimitri like pull a fire alarm or something. Or fuck with the electric, so that the electric was like the lights were flashing, so it made everything look like it was moving in slow motion, which was also really clever. And I'm sure they kind of slowed it down a little bit, but that made it more like sort of ominous. And then there's like fucking bells ringing and all sorts of shit. So the guys eventually, the mercs eventually make it to the apartment. They come in. And perfectly, Naya somehow, without blowing her shoulder out, shoots both guys in the legs, taking them down. And then Isaiah and Dolores.
She's a very good shot because she was behind like a fucking wall, and then she just popped out and just caught him in. I'm like, well, she got first.
Oh no, she didn't have to because she has expert training from a guy who has expert training that we don't know exists.
She shot that shit like this too. Like I can't express to you how inaccurate a gun is when you shoot it on its side.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
As a Baltimorean, you don't know that.
Yo, that's a hand cannon from Destiny, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's just ridiculous. And this nigga's walking around with a sleeper simulant and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Boom! Like, he just, her arm, she would have been crying because her arm, he just exploded. Like, get out of here. No. So after she shoots them, Dolores and Isaiah stab them to death, and that black lady was going fuck you. That was a lot of cheers, by the way, in the theater when the light came on, and that people were like, "Yay, kill him!" And so eventually, Dimitri shows up. He's like, "Yeah, girl." She was like, "Yeah, that's right. I'm here. I killed. You know how many niggas I had to kill to get to you. Forgive me, goddammit. I'm sorry." And so Black John Rambo helps them prepare for the rest of these mercs to show up. And Skeletor, after the mercs do show up, Skeletor is there and he decides, like, fuck it, I'm going to start killing these guys because I don't want them killing the people I want to kill.
Now, what do you think about it? Do you think this is cheesy or do you give it a pass?
The Skeletor thing?
Yeah, it's a Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, I'll give it a pass because it's the Purge. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's fine. I have no problem with it, but it is
like, here's the thing: they needed to wrap his story up too.
Yeah, they did.
Like, he couldn't have just existed to just hang out on July 5th. Like, no, nigga, no, you gotta
did he go
die.
back to jail? Or was he out? Like, what was he before? Like, was he in prison or was he just a crazy person?
He was just a crazy drug fiend.
Oh. See, it looks like he probably belongs in jail.
Yeah, probably.
No, that nigga belongs exactly where he ended up, dead. Fuck that. Like, heaven is not missing an angel. Like, the fuck out of you, need to die. So yeah, Skeletor shows up, kills like two of the mercs from behind their back, and so then they shoot him, and he goes down, and then they throw a bomb. Naya throws a bomb that they got from Dimitri's bag, and then Dimitri expertly shoots it.
Well, not expertly.
Yeah,
actually, I like this because usually one shot, like The Rock shooting a fucking duffel bag of grenades in one shot and blowing up a fucking helicopter in what is that? The
one of the Fast movies. Fast 7?
7?
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, whatever, yo. Like, I like the fact that he actually missed the fucking thing a few times before he actually got shot. He got shot in his gut and then he finally hit it.
Well, but my thing is, didn't they say that those things were like C4 but with a remote detonator?
Yes.
Yeah, with the remote detonator.
Where's the remote detonator? Like, I thought that's what was about to happen. Like, he'd throw it, wait for them to get close, and then bam. Like, what happened to the remote
He may have lost
detonator?
it in the fight in the stairwell. I don't know.
Yeah, he's been a little busy.
Like, he probably forgot. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, he might have. You know,
I don't know.
That's fine.
Either way,
He was too busy fist bumping his friends.
I mean, look, I know the real reason. The real reason is it wasn't badass enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's really it. Hey, look, I got on my iPhone. Nah. You got to shoot it after getting shot, barely make it. Oh, I'm going down. Bam. Grab a mattress, pull it over you and your girl so you don't die. Like, he already got shot. He should be a little weak. By the way, I'm just saying. He seems to be okay after being shot in the gut, by the way. Like he's barely sweating.
Adrenaline, because he could barely walk after all this shit.
Yeah, that seems odd. So yeah, they end up blowing up the whatever this little makeshift C4 is, and killing all the mercs. And they leave. They get outside, and Dolores is like, "Clear the way!" It's like, real soldier coming through. And everybody's like, yeah, thanks, D. And I'd be like, could you not sell drugs here tomorrow?
Right. It's like, but D, you still sell drugs in the community. Like, exactly. What the fuck is going on? Like, okay.
Well, I mean, thanks. But my mom is like, man, struck out, dog. Like, could you not? Could you make money doing something else? Please. You're hurting us. Yeah, so I guess the second purge, maybe they'll deal with
the fact that he's still a drug dealer.
Like, come on, dog.
That just murders indiscriminately. Well, not indiscriminately per se, but
no, he has very good reason.
He has no problem murdering anybody.
As he said earlier, murder comes from the heart. I'm like, yeah, nigga, apparently, and yours is black and dead. God damn. Yeah, there are people playing basketball.
Yeah, purge is over, guys.
Basketball.
Who wanna play some pickup?
Trying to see this? You trying to see me at basketball? Like, nigga, 9 people I know died. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. So then the movie ends. Then we get a little kind of quick post-credit scene that they see the purge as being very successful, and that the president is likely to make it go world or nationwide within the next year. So
does this guy look a little bit like Sean Spicer, or am I being racist?
That is 100% the reason why he was chosen.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not being racist this time.
Yeah. No, he's definitely Sean Spicer.
All right.
This was the greatest purge period ever. Man, if you don't shut your ass up. Sean Spicer sucks.
This shit made $135 million. God
damn.
Yeah. On like a $13 million budget.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Again.
That's why you get more of them. Look, I like this trash-ass franchise. I do. I am past the point where it's like, oh, it doesn't make sense. Nigga, I know it doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous.
If they have another one that has a bunch of black people in it, I'll watch it.
I think the series is. The Purge series, I think that's pretty, like...
Oh, yeah, on USA?
Yeah, it's like pretty, like, hard focused on like, black and people of color.
All right. Because this feels like a story that is inherent to us.
Yeah, which is why we're doing it.
Yeah. So,
like, we would never have done any other Purge movies on this show ever. That doesn't make any sense. But I thought this worked as a weird, like, realization of black horror and what we think is terrifying. Also, like, it's a fun Halloween movie, so to speak. So, any parting words?
I enjoy this movie a lot.
Go ahead. And,
it felt like that last 20 minutes.
I mean, look,
it's so good.
The movie is a good time. I whatever I think about the franchise, this particular film, I'd be lying if I said I hated it. I don't. I enjoyed myself watching it. But it's not like
good.
Yeah. Like it's a B movie. And that's
it's a fun B movie.
And it's fun. And look, man, cast Elon Knoll as Sergeant Al Powell's son in the next Die Hard and let him take over the franchise, please.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, man. Like you the first movie he'll be teaming up with the cowboy that his dad talked about all the time from that one time when he was in Nakatomi Plaza. And then, just let the franchise continue on with him.
His wife was pregnant in the first movie, right?
I think so. Well, I think he said he had a son or something like that.
Oh. Something like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there you go, yo.
Yeah, you know what? That would actually be kind of clever.
Yeah, man.
Instead of making it John McClane's son who takes it over, it's Al
Powell's son.
Al Powell's son.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Do that shit.
Yeah, Nakatomi Projects. There you go. Nailed it. All right, guys. We will see you guys next time for another preview episode for episode 141.
See you.
Take it easy.
Bye. You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the black community.